Hello. Hi. How you doing? Welcome to this perfectly ordinary stream where nothing strange is happening and there's just perfectly ordinary things happening. Good to see you. It's been a bit. I have been away and boy, howdy do I have a lot to talk about. Yes, this is a perfectly ordinary stream where nothing's happening and I'm just going to give you the rundown of all the other things that have happened since last we spoke. So hi, yes, actually, this is a very ordinary just update thing. I've been away. I have been doing sound mix for In Space with Markiplier. It's so good. I I really I got to be careful with what I say about it because I can't spoil anything about it. But my God, it's so fun. It's really, really fun. It's not done yet. It's almost here. It's almost here. I can't give you an exact time frame, but it is, in fact, almost here. If you guys didn't know, I did put out some trailers for the show. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Obscurely named trailers, be they may, but they are out there, and the show is coming together beautifully. Like if you haven't seen a heist with Markiplier, I recommend going to see that. And if you haven't seen a date with Markiplier prior to that, I would also recommend seeing that, just so you get an idea of what you're getting yourselves into. But this is uh, a step above, and I always like to. I don't know. I don't want to say exceed, but I always like to improve on what I've done in the past, and this is just like a real testament to just the people that I work with and like the skills that I have built in myself and just like oh God, I can't say anything about the show because it would spoil the show, but it's so good. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back being like, "Good job, Mark. You did such a good job." But just I'm really excited for you guys to see it. And it is pretty much around the corner. I won't. No, I'm not going to say it all. Why would I say it all? Because that would be a spoiler. It would spoil it for you guys. You guys wouldn't get as much enjoyment out of it if you actually waited to see it. Like if I told you everything now, you would not be able to appreciate it for what it is. So I'm keeping it all hush. Mum is the word. However, I will say that my next step right now is to work on the official trailer for the show. The one that is going to really give you a taste of what's to come. And oh, I can't wait for it. I cannot wait. I'm just like literally as soon as I'm done with this stream here, I'm gonna go and work on that, and like that'll be done. It's gonna take a while to get that done because obviously all the final details of it need to be ready before the trailer can be ready. But oh man, if you enjoyed Heist, you are going to love Space. And that's not just like me being like, oh yeah, you like trying to drum up support for it. It's just this one is really, 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 really big. I think I mentioned a long time ago that when I was writing it, I wrote it much bigger than we had the budget to do. Um, and in this one, I have somehow because when I said that, I was like, oh no, I gotta do rewrites so that it can pare it down a little bit. Somehow it's even bigger than when I originally said, oh, it's too big to make it happen, and it's somehow even bigger. So that is, I just can't wait for it. I really can't wait. But I've been away. I have been away for about 10 days. I've been out of town working on that, and I have to do more. So I'll got to leave uh, sometime in the near future to finish it up. But it is just the people that have been working on it are incredibly talented, and especially the sound engineer that I've been working with, just incredibly talented. Because my directing style is I guess you would call it unorthodox. Because when I'm on set and I'm trying to describe what needs to happen and I'm trying to explain what the situation is, number one, I explain in way too much detail I remember this moment from Heist. I think I talked about it in the stream, discussing it afterwards. That there was someone from the art department asked me where a plant needed to go, right? And if you remember from the show, if you haven't seen it, it's in a deeper path that leads after the zombie, the zombie portion of it, which just like thinking back to Heist, man, that was so insane. But it was that moment where we come out of that little building after, you know, the truck driver's like, oh my God, the world's ending. Also, I'm on fire. And then that, we come out of that building, you know, when we crawl through those bushes for a convenient transition to the next area. Um, I had the art department person come up and say, like, oh, where do you want these bushes? Because obviously in my head, that doesn't, or in my head, it makes perfect sense. To them, it doesn't make sense because the script I wrote was bullshit. But they were just like, where are these plants need to go? You need to walk through them? I don't understand. So obviously, they just want to know where to put it. And I could have done, yeah, can you put it over there, like in the middle of the road and just like, you know, stack them together so that you can walk through it. But no, instead I went, okay, so picture this, right? You just came out of this building after this truck went, and I describe everything in like terrible sounds. It goes, and you're all freaked out, right? And you're like, I'm describing from you, the viewer, what the first person perspective is. So you got to come through there. And what you're going to do is you're going to dive through the bushes. You're going to go through the bushes, and then you're going to appear in a new area that we're actually going to move the camera over to the other side of where we are, and we're going to come through them. So when you put them, you got to make sure that you remember it so that when we come out of it, it'll be perfect. And in no point in that entire discussion of the you got to come through and you'll see, you know, at no point did I actually say where I wanted the bush to be. So the person from the art department is looking at me like, so over there? Over there, and I'm like, oh, yeah, over there, right in the street is good. So that's how I explain everything to everyone in every shot that we ever do. But because I want everyone to understand why, right? They don't need to understand why, but I always feel like it's better if people understand why I'm about to tell them, please put that bush in the middle of that street so that we can crawl through it. Because then they would understand. But they don't need to know that. But what the beauty of what I was doing while I was just down there for the sound mix is I can describe that way. I can be like, it needs to come, and it needs to, you know, it needs to, and what's amazing is this sound engineer, he's so good that he knows what I mean. And not only does he know what I mean, he makes it perfectly. And it's like he's hearing the sounds that I'm hearing in my head and then putting them on the screen. And I'm like, oh my God. He did the sound mixing for Heist as well. So if you're wondering why Heist sounded so good, it was all because of Brad. So you can thank Brad for that. Yeah, no, it's really something special. I'm so excited because it's been the labor of like over a year of work, like maybe even more now that I think about it at this point. It's the culmination of a lot of work, and it's almost here, and you guys can almost see it. And to be here at this threshold of like almost doneness is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. So yeah. And to clear up I know there's obvious questions like, oh, do you got to subscribe somewhere? No, it's going to be free, just like Heist was, right on my channel for anybody to watch. So, yeah, can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait. It is such a step up. But also, it's been so much work, but so worth it because that's just what I do. I like putting my heart and soul into projects like this because, for me, like, it's more important to push yourself, and it's more important to really like challenge yourself to do something that you may not even know that you can do. And I had a lot of confidence going into it, given that we did Heist, and I learned a lot of things from Heist, and I made a lot of mistakes, but I was able to correct it. You know, so the show was still good. But I took a lot of those lessons learned into space. And man, the show is so much better for it. But there were still like a lot of things that I learned from that process. And I will take into future projects that I do. Yeah, it's really cool. For those of you who don't know what the teaser trailers I'm talking about, if you go to my channel, I think the first one was everything has to end. And it's just like a video that has like a black screen, and the other one is everything has to begin. And yeah, they're just little teasers. But one of the reasons I talk about that teaser, because especially the first one, everything has to end. A lot of you noticed, not that it was not obvious, but a lot of you noticed that there was a certain song that was playing in that one. It was a certain song, and yes, you were absolutely correct. I said it in the description, but people were still like, I think is that Space is So Cool? Yes, that is. I can actually, what I'll do is I'll just play you the trailer right now because I have that power. So I'll play it for you right now. You deserve it. Not that it's, I mean, deserve it, you know. It's just, you could watch it, but you do deserve it. So, yeah. Oh, I love that. And you will recognize that song as an instrumental of Space is So Cool. And it is so cool. Funny thing about that is the sound mixer, Brad, before he signed on to do the sound mix for this one. And it's really cool because he was excited for it. He was really eager to do it, which is an honor because apparently the last one wasn't hell for him to do. But he's like, yeah, I don't know how much time it's going to be or like how much like it's going to cost, you know, in terms of work hours, because, and he said, I quote, for all I know, it could be in space or something. I don't know what's going on in that guy's mind, that guy being me. He's like, I don't know what's going on. For all I know, it could be in space. And the very next moment he was handed the script and he read on the cover, in space with Markiplier. And he's like, that checks out. It's just like, and so because doing sound for a space thing is much more involved. No. Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Brad. Oh, let me go ahead and get you the other one if you haven't seen this one. This one's called Everything Has to Begin. And this one was just actually, Jesus, December 11th. Yeah, this was a while ago, I guess. But I'll play this one for you.
Did this, Captain. We followed you to the end of the universe.
You're just as bad as him.
We trusted you, Captain.
Trusted you.
Those people put their lives in your hands.
You're too weak to do this job.
All those colonists. That's on you.
Sure, about you. We trusted you. I trusted you, Captain.
Anyway, super cool, very cool stuff, and that was done by Wes, the VFX supervisor. So preach Wes for that one. And it's just like, if you don't know what these are in relation to the upcoming show that I am going to be able to show you very soon, but not now. In Space with Markiplier, which is a sequel to I just got a warning. Heads up, we detected copyrighted audio and video in your stream. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. That was my video, YouTube. I appreciate you being so concerned. I appreciate it, but it's mine. It's my video. There's literally a big yellow warning that's like, warning, heads up, we've detected copyrighted audio. The artillery has already started firing on your location. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, it's coming soon, very soon, and I will be making the next trailer for it, and you guys will. Oh God, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh, you guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna love it. But if you haven't seen Heist yet, go see it. It is on my channel for free. You can go check it out. You can check out all the myriad of endings there. If you haven't seen A Heist with Markiplier or A Date with Markiplier before, just search my channel for it or Google it. You will find it. If you haven't watched that, please do watch that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have, but if there just so happens to be anybody who clicked on this stream and doesn't know who the hell I am, go check that out. It's incredibly fun. But the other reason that I bring that up is because, as in that first trailer, there was that instrumental of Space is So Cool, which you haven't heard Space is So Cool. I guess I could play it for you here, but I might get a copyright strike of that. Definitely go check that out because Shmoyoho, emphasis on the yo, Shmoyoho, is doing a lot of music for Space. And they are just doing an incredible job, like an outstanding job. Like obviously the show is very big, so they can't score the entirety of it. So they're picking moments that are really important in the show to score, but they're incredibly talented people, like just super talented. So one of the things also that I wanted to play, but I also might get, I don't know, copyright strike, I guess. In the link in the description, the top one, it's the animation that I am talking about. I meant to promote this a while back when it first came out. It came out January 28th. But they did a music video, a fully animated music video that's kind of in this series of Cow Attack. They made a new one, and I highly recommend that you check it out. I'll go ahead and maybe I'll just do it without audio. Probably, if my stream gets shut down, you know where to go. There's a link in the description. So if I get banned for this, please, YouTube, have mercy. Like, do not send the missiles after me. I'm just trying to help out because this is so good. All right, I'm going to try this. If I get shut down, you know who to call for help. Okay? Let's see.
The van is just below the tree line. We'll be untraceable.
Oh, the reason I've always...
Who are you?
わしゃ打牛の散歩をしているものだ。
Walking his cow. Thanks for giving us a laugh, old man. It's been a very long day.
なるほど。随分とストレス抱えたろうな。ローブル美術館のダヴィンチ作を全部パクりやがって。
I don't know how you know what you know, old man, but now would be the perfect time for you to say goodbye to your precious cow.
Never underestimate a girl.
Pause it there. Have I been shut down? Am I banned? Am I banned? Okay. I'm pausing it there because I don't want you all to watch it here because it does them no good. If you watch that here, there is a link in the description that will take you right to that animation. You can go check it out. Feel free to do it now. I'm still here. Okay, good. They haven't shut me down. Anyway, they put in like a year's worth of work into that animation. I think I did the voice for that like way back in maybe May of last year. It was a while ago. So that's been in the works for a while. I meant to promote it when it was going to premiere. Had some things come up, wasn't able to do it, got busy, was doing the sound mix. So go check it out. Link is in the description. Leave it a like. Definitely do that. Help promote it. Like, I think likes still matter in this universe of YouTube that we are in. Leave a comment of your favorite part. Just like really engage it because a lot of people should see that. It's just, I mean, I love those guys. They're fantastically talented people, and just like the work that they've put into that and everything that they do, and helping out with like my show. It's just like stupendous. And you know, if you watched Heist, you know, one of the reasons why you love Yancey so much is because they did the song for that. I don't know if enough people know that. They did the song I Don't Want to Be Free. They did that one. They made it, all of it. And so if you have anyone to thank for that, you got to thank them, because just one of the benefits of doing YouTube for as long as I have is that, like, I have had the privilege to work with incredibly talented people, and I am lucky enough that whenever I have a crazy idea, they are more than happy to help me with my crazy ideas. So definitely show them all the love in the world. If you haven't checked out Shmoyoho's videos before, they're a music-based channel. They do a lot of auto-tune things. They make parodies of things. They make a lot of original songs too, so go check those out. And just send them all the love in the world. And if you haven't seen I Don't Want to Be Free and Heist, you go click on the first, because if you didn't know, A Heist with Markiplier is a choose your own adventure. It is. I don't think that's a spoiler, but if you want to find that and you haven't seen it yet, or you haven't visited in a while, you have to click on the first video. I believe you go out guns blazing, get the helicopter, and then recruit the prisoners. Rally the prisoners. That's what it is. You'll get there. If you haven't visited Yancey in a while. How dare you? How dare you? Anyway, it's yeah, it's really cool. They're incredible. And there are a ton of other people that have also helped out with space that I won't spoil, because, well, you'll just have to watch the show then. So go check that out. Link is in the description. It's the top line one. It's, I believe the description says the animation that I was mentioning. Is it down there? Is it down there? Oh yeah, it's not my birthday. Is it still that thumbnail? I thought I changed that. I thought I changed it to this image here. I thought it was... Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, but whenever I do the like instant stream on YouTube, it defaults to that thumbnail, and I've tried to change it for a while. It is just, that is just a really sticky thumbnail. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, so give them all the love in the world. Link is in the description. It is. That's the image you saw in the notification? Then why is it changed back to the birthday one? I don't know. Something about YouTube and their streaming is just like very sticky. Yeah. But that's all I'll say about space for now. Just look forward. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be really, really fun. The thumbnail is sticky. That's all it is. Yeah. The notification was birthday when you... God. YouTube, please. Yeah. Okay. So other than that, there's something else that I would like to talk about that is very important. Now listen closely, because I'm not going to repeat myself on this one. You have to pay very, very close attention. It's actually something that's very near and dear to my heart that, oh, my light's wrong. Why did that one go? Sorry. I'll tell you in just a second. this is such an important thing. I don't want anything distracting from it. So just hold on, because, I mean, it's more of a confession really than anything. And, you know, I know a lot of you will probably think different of me after you hear what I have to say. You know, it's never easy. It's never easy coming clean, you know. It's never easy to say things like this out loud. So, you know, I'm getting choked up just thinking about it, because, you know, it's too important to give all this preamble for. It's too important. So just be sure to listen closely to my words as I say them, as I speak them, as I utter them with my mouth, as I form sounds into coherent syllables and consonants and vowels. And just remember, you know, keep in mind that I am human. I am human. I am human at the base of it. I am just me. I am myself. I am my own person. I am who I am at my core. And I don't think I've changed. Maybe I have. Maybe I'll leave that to you to judge me after I give you this information, after I declare it to you, after I confide in you the secrets in my soul. We all have secrets in our soul, and I think that opening up that soul to deliver the message to others is the hardest thing that we have ever done sometimes. The hardest thing. And now when I say these words to you, when I tell you these secrets, when I bare my soul to you, I want you to take them in, understand them, nurture them, cherish them, process them, analyze them, if you will, break them down. But don't misunderstand them. That's what's important. I'm telling you now. I'm about to say it. All right, fine. I have a new podcast with Tyler. We mentioned it in a video that we did for the Super Bowl, but I have a new podcast with Tyler, and and it's just like, it's such a fun. I'm sorry. Are you shaking and crying right now? Are you shaking and crying? Yeah, no. I got a new podcast with Tyler. It's called Go! My Favorite Sports Team. And it's just been a really fun adventure. I haven't been able to do something with Tyler for a very long time. If you guys don't know Tyler, who are you and where have you been? But Tyler is one of my oldest friends. We've known each other since 4th grade. He will say 3rd grade. That is impossible. I was not in the same school as him when I was in 3rd grade, so it doesn't make any sense for him to say that we met when we were in 3rd grade. It's illogical, right? It doesn't make any sense. But for now, we will just say. But one of the ways that we first met was because we were on the Milford wrestling team. We wrestled together, and we kind of bonded through that. We met through that, and it's just one of those things that has kind of bridged our lives. Now, me, I'm not a sports guy. Actually, let me play you something. I have, there's a link in the description to the podcast on Spotify. It's available also Apple Podcasts and a few other places, Google Podcasts and stuff like that. But let me, here it is. I should have had this up and ready, but I'm not a professional anything. But the podcast is called Go My Favorite Sports Team, and it is a sports podcast, but I am not a sports guy. I don't even know sports. So the beauty of it is it's for people that like sports, and also it's for people that don't like sports, because Tyler and I, we bonded through sports, but I don't like sports. Well, I'm starting to like sports. I'm starting to understand it, right? Because understanding is like the basis of like appreciating something. And I didn't realize how stupid I was. Let me just play you this. Let me play you this. Hang on one second. I think it's
Hi, I'm Mark. I don't
quiet.
know
Here we go.
sports very good. Hi, I'm Mark. I don't know sports very good. I've dabbled. I'm a dabbler, but Tyler here.
Hi, my name's Tyler Scheid. I have a master's degree in sport administration, and I love sports. If you want to learn about sports, figure out the rules, or get a greater understanding of sports that are happening in our daily lives, this is the podcast for you.
Because I'm an idiot, and Tyler needs to explain things very slowly to me.
It's this many periods or this many quarters or whatever, which I don't know why I said this many quarters. Quarters is obviously 4. But like the basic understanding of the game.
Quarters.
Oh my God!
Oh. That makes sense. Okay, continue.
In this podcast, we cover the major sports and even some of the minor sports so that you can learn and figure out what's going on in the sports world today.
We'll be discovering what sports means to people, how sports affect our lives, the lives of people that play sports, and everything that could be a resultant of decisions that attribute themselves towards sports.
That just didn't make sense.
Your center is like your big, tall, big guy. Like, think of Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm thinking about him all the time, man. You don't even need to tell me to think about Shaquille O'Neal. He's in the back of my mind.
But
every
you know
day
who
of my
Shaq
life.
is.
Yes, I know. Why are you looking at me like that? I know.
Okay.
I know. He's in those the spicy hot commercials all the time. You gotta get
Spicy.
you gotta get
We won't just be talking about sports. We'll also be talking about how sports stretch and impact our daily lives, whether it's political, economic, or beyond. If this sounds like the podcast for you, take a listen.
You're listening to it right now. It's too late.
You're trapped.
You're trapped.
You're in the game.
You're in the game now, and you just lost the game. All right. Enough of this. Go listen to an episode.
Okay, so that was the trailer for the podcast. If you like Distractable, I think you'll like this one because, again, it's just like me bullshitting with my friends. But I'm also very happy to be able to do something with Tyler. Tyler, he's such a good guy, and it's just like super unfortunate because we've all been impacted by like COVID and whatnot. But he more than most because he is immunocompromised. If you don't know Tyler, he had a kidney transplant when he was 20. I can't remember exactly how old he was, but so he has a transplant, which usually means that you have to take medication that suppresses your immune system. So he has had to be super isolated and very careful, so which means that he hasn't been able to get out much. So finally, you know, up until recently, he's been able to get out more and do more things, and I'm very happy that he's been able to do that. And now we're finally able to work on this because one of the unfortunate things about me always wanting to do things is because I sometimes bulldoze through life without ever realizing what I'm doing and I'm a terrible friend because like I'm bad at responding to texts, I'm bad at keeping up with people, all this stuff. So to have something regular that Tyler and I can talk about that he is an expert on, right? He is not just knowledgeable about sports. Tyler has a master's degree in sport administration. He knows sports. He's written papers on sport. And what's beautiful is I am the opposite of that. I know next to nothing about sports. I think in the back of my mind, I kind of knew the principle between quarters and being 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters of a whole. But it just like this kind of stuff doesn't dawn on me. So it's so fun to be able to talk about something that I don't know from someone that knows it incredibly, that I have this like really long history with. And yet it's a part of his life that is such a huge part of his life that I know next to nothing about. I've always surface level been like, oh, he's a sports guy. I didn't know the nuance of which he knows things. So what's great about the podcast is that I just get to be an idiot the whole time. Whereas Distractable, I'm 1/3 of a whole idiot between Bob Wade and I. With Tyler and I am the whole idiot, and I just get to be stupid. He had me in the most recent episode. We were talking about the Winter Olympics. And it was just him naming Winter Olympic events and me trying to guess what the hell it was. And there's one, I forget what the name of it, but if you haven't heard of this event, it's the biathlon, the winter biathlon, right? So I told you, what is the winter biathlon? Write in the comments if you don't know what it is. If you know what it is, please step aside. If you don't know what the winter biathlon is, write in the comments what you think the winter biathlon would be. Because you would be wrong. You would be wrong. I want to see. What do you guys got? No idea? Nah, guess. Guess. This is where you guess. Use your deductive reasoning and guess. Shaking and crying. Yeah. It's winter shaking and crying because you got left out. You're dropped via parachute into the Siberian wilderness. No, you're all wrong. You're all wrong. It's cross-country skiing and shooting. Which I don't understand. I don't understand how that happened, but we go over this in the podcast. So that's what the podcast is about. If you're expecting this podcast to be like a breakdown of the game that just happened last night, that's not what it's about. It's kind of just a place to understand why people care about sports so much and what sports even is and how it ties into like the greater understanding of the human condition and how people can be. Yeah, it's cross-country skiing And shooting. Did you say you were just skiing and shooting right now? I don't think you are. I'm calling bullshit on that one. If you're watching this stream and you are skiing and shooting, please turn the stream off and pay attention to where you are skiing and what you are shooting. You can't be distracted with this right now. Maybe if you listen to the podcast because it's an audio thing, you can do that. And please pay attention to where you're going. Yeah, so it's go out for a little ski shoot, shooty ski, bang, bang, wee, mountain, boom. You ever want that? So that's kind of like what we do on the podcast. So if you are not a sports fan, this podcast is still for you because number one, it's just me and Tyler. We're shooting the shit. And we have such a history that man, Tyler just makes me laugh. And I'm always happy when I can make Tyler laugh. And sometimes it's so funny because I'll tell obviously a joke and he will just glaze right over it as if he's so used to my bullshit that it doesn't faze him anymore. So I have to try to top myself in the ridiculous shit that I'll say on this podcast to try to get him to laugh because God, he has the best laugh. I try. My goal in every episode is to get him to goose laugh because if you've watched videos with Tyler before or streams with Tyler before, he has the best laugh. But if you get him to laugh hard enough, he will literally not be able to stop, and he will turn into a goose. Literally, he has this. I can't even do it. I don't even know how it does it, but he might die laughing. He's probably the only human being that I actually am concerned about him dying laughing because he on a streamer at one time we got him to laugh, and it was just he didn't stop laughing for 5 minutes, and by the end of it he wasn't breathing. So he was just he literally was to the point after he was just and laughing just for just for 5 minutes, and we were very concerned. But that's my goal now is just I just want to get him to laugh like that every time. So it's a very fun podcast. Link is in the description to the Spotify link. You can search for it obviously on Apple Podcasts. It's Go My Favorite Sports Team. Go ! My favorite sports team. Having a ton of fun with that. So please check that out. It's something that I'm very proud of, but also I'm very proud because with Distractable, it's a shared thing between Bob Wade and I. And now I finally get to have Tyler have this thing that is as much his as it is mine. That's one of my favorite things to do is make these things where my friends can really shine, and also they don't have to be and friends, you know what I mean? Because I did the tour, the You're Welcome tour, and every panel I had was Markiplier and friends, and I hate that because my friends are so talented, and that's what's beautiful about, say, In Space with Markiplier. My name is on it, but the friends that have joined me on it are so incredibly talented. So for any opportunity for them to really shine in their element and showcase what they can do is beautiful to me. And so with this one, if you listen to the podcast, not only are you supporting me, but you're supporting Tyler and really allowing him to shine and really have his moment. There's a subreddit as well. If you guys want to post memes and stuff, there's a subreddit for Distractable. There's also a subreddit for Go My Favorite Sports Team. I believe it's GMFST, reddit.com/r/GMFST. I believe that's it. No, the podcast is free. Why does everyone think this? Why does everyone think this? The podcast is free. It's free. It's free. It's free. No. It doesn't cost money. No, literally just listening is supporting. That's it. Podcast free. There are still people that think Distractable costs money for some reason. It's free. Heist with Markiplier, free. In Space with Markiplier, free. Is free. It doesn't cost no money. It's free. No podcast pay. Free. Is free. Like my videos. Ad supported. And what's beautiful is I don't know how we've gotten away with it, because on Distractable, if you've listened to it, obviously we do ads, but we do them our version of ads, and we are so bullshit in our ads, and because we try to make it funny, right? We're like, why would people just listen to this dry ass read of buy X product at link.com? Why can't we just have fun with it? We actually spend more time recording the ads than we do recording the actual episode, and we talked about this recently on an episode where we hope, or maybe it was that live stream, where we hope we can just like release the uncut commercials that we did. It's just like totally bullshit. It's too expensive. How is free too expensive? But so Tyler and I get to do that as well, and no one's called us out on it yet. So it's just like it's just this kind of like really crazy thing that these companies are sponsoring us and they don't call us out on. I mean, literally, when I forget what company we're doing it for, but I was talking about how like I was trying to compete with them by having a catapult that shot food at your house, and they didn't call us out for it. We did a commercial where someone got murdered in it, literally, and no one calls us out on it. So it's very, very fun. We really, really enjoy it. So check it out. It is free. No money. Link is in the description below. It's right below the animation link. That one links to Spotify, but it's also available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the other things. So definitely free. Now that's a scam. It's free. I don't know what to tell you. It's free. You don't need it if you don't like one service that's on another service. You just, no, free. You want a refund? Done. There you go. It's done. You want 2 refunds? Bam. There you go. You want 3? Boom, boom, boom. Free. I literally, every time that I mention Distractable, people are like, oh man, I would love to listen to it, but I can't afford it. It's like, what? How are you watching the stream? If your excuse is like you don't even have a device to do it, how are you watching the stream? How do you even know what I'm saying? How do you watch my videos? It's free! Too expensive, get it, it's free! Yeah, 3 free refunds. Excuses. Yeah. Oh, the Grubhub trebuchet. Oh, that's right. That was it. It wasn't a catapult, it was a trebuchet. I forgot. Yeah. It's free! It's free! Link in the description! It's free! Yeah, but definitely listen to it because, number one, I think it's a fun time, and like it's just like I really like doing these things because it's like no more work than normal video is. You know, in my videos, I record for I try to base it like I'll record for an hour per video. That's kind of like my benchmark. And like just being able to do that with my friends, because we do videos together, of course, but just being able to like shoot the shit. We're not doing anything but just like trying to make each other laugh. It's like, God, that's fun. That's so fun. I'm so lucky to be able to do that. So, sounds like way too much. I don't know. It's the same cost as breathing. I don't know. Well, okay. Maybe. No, that's not even a good, because I was going to say maybe the data cost, but I'm like, no, it's audio. You're watching a live stream. I'm shooting megabytes of data at you. A podcast is, I think it's 192 kilobytes. It's tiny by comparison. The amount of data between this live stream and that podcast has been surpassed already since I started talking about it. Boom, more data. It's not even, that doesn't even cost. No, it's what can I do? What can I do? No, definitely check it out. Link is in the description. It is Go, my favorite sports team. You have to say Go like that. If you don't say Go like that, you are not saying the right name. It is Go, my favorite sports team. It's pretty expensive though. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. Too much data. It's too free. I see what it is. It's too free. You don't trust it. I get that. But it's free. I'm telling you. It's not too free. It's not enough free. It's just the right amount of free. You get what I'm saying? It's like right there in the middle. You know how like, you got this band of like, oh, it's too expensive. Oh, it's too free. It's right there. I get it. I understand what you're saying. You were listening to I Don't Wanna Be Free from Schmo Yoho from A Heist with Markiplier. You don't want it to be free. Okay, I've got a different system for you. I will give you a different link that will have you send me $100 and then you can listen to it. Then it's not too free, right? Everybody wins. I see you have selective tastes. I'll give you the deluxe edition of the podcast that has a slightly different cover art for the nominal price of $100. In fact, I'll let you pre-order this amazing service at a discount of $110, and then you will get 2 special icons when that pre-order comes to fruition in a year. How's that sound? Now that's capitalism, baby. Now that's capitalism. I'll make an NFT. No, it's free. See, it's free for some, but not for everyone, right? Okay, you got it. Too expensive? You drive a hard bargain. Listen, you're a shrewd customer, and I appreciate that. Frugal. Tell you what, you order in the next 10 minutes, I'll knock $50 off that bad boy. You can get that deluxe edition for $160. Sound fair? Deal? Shake my hand. Deal's done. Deal's done. Deal's done. It's just the TikTok with the credit card. Anyway. So also also this was a concern that people had. Distractable is not stopping so that I can do go my favorite sports team. It is I'm doing them both at the same time. I know it sounds crazy, but you know how I can talk for hours and never get tired? I'm just turning that into a podcast, right? Turning it into a podcast. Anyway, can you pay in milk? I will take milk. I take any form of payment. Rocks, dirt, air that you kind of waft in my general direction. Just put your hand out your window, and wherever you think I am in the world, just kind of push in that way, and that'll be the payment, and I will get that. Thank you. Oh, just got some right now. Thank you very much. Yeah. So link to that is in the description. Go my favorite sports team. Check it out. And yes, Distractable is still going to happen. There's no reason why it would not. I love doing that. I'm super happy with that. Yeah. And also just if you don't know Tyler, go check him out. He's very active on Twitter. He's doing a lot of TikToks these days. Apocalypto_12. If you follow him on Twitter, tweet at him. If you listen, like literally, and I mean this genuinely, when you listen to the podcast, let him know what you think of it. Like it would mean a lot to him. Like, and I know because he's like, I'm not saying like he's only thrives on like positive feedback. He's a grown up. He's a big boy. He'd be fine. But it would mean a lot to him to know that people are really enjoying it. So go listen to an episode. There's an episode where we talk about, like, I asked Tyler a bunch of stupid questions about sports. That's the first episode about what sports is, the truth of sports. We talk about the NFL, which I'm going to have that NFL episode turned into an animation because it's just like I didn't realize how stupid I was about football and understanding it. And I didn't know what special teams were. I thought it was special ops and all that stuff. But go check that out. Just there's a ton of things that you could see in that. We did Winter Olympics, and then we got more podcast episodes coming out. Those come out every Thursday. And when you listen to an episode, let Tyler know what you think. I mean this sincerely. Like, let him know what you think. If you enjoyed the podcast, he would love to hear that. And I would love for him to know that he is making something really, really cool. We actually thought of this idea while we were filming Space, right? So we thought of it then. It was a late night, and we were sitting around waiting for lighting to go set up whatever. And, you know, we were talking about something that, and I always knew that I wanted to do something with Tyler and just Tyler. And we came up with this idea, and it was just like one of those moments where, you know, it was set as a joke, and then we, you know, it's like, yeah, we could do a podcast where I don't know anything about sports, and you just tell me, and I be an idiot back, and we laugh, and then we just, wait a minute. That's a good idea. And then we just rolled with it, you know. That's always how the best ideas get formed. So, yes. Tell him what you think. It would mean a lot to him. And go check out his other stuff. He's got TikTok. Apocalypto_12. He's a good dude. If you want to check out some of the earliest videos that we've done together, I think, actually, for some reason, I think Markiplier most disgusting popsicle. Isn't that it? Yeah. That's right. We made popsicles out of random bullshit. 9.5 million views? Damn. Well, this is one of the earliest videos that he was in. And just, what button am I looking for? I am a professional. I know what I'm doing. 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 Yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and this is Tyler. Say hi. If you're wondering why we're wearing gloves or wondering why there's a block of dry ass right in front of us, we're about to do a challenge.
Challenge?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's our friend. That's our friendship. God, we've known each other for a long time. He actually, he came out to LA to work with me on videos. Like that's the whole reason he came out, because he trusted me enough to be like, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing at that time. But you want to know why a date with Markiplier happened? Is because he came out. I mean, obviously there were other people helping out, but it was just like, I wouldn't have been able to do any of that stuff unless I had the support of my friends who are extremely talented people, you know. That video is called Tartar Sauce Popsicle. That's what it is. And so having like these people to support me and help with these ideas, you know, Who Killed Markiplier wouldn't have happened. You know, Markiplier TV wouldn't have happened. You know, it's all of these things that I'm making now, and obviously he was helping with space. You know, it's kind of this, like, it's something that I can't really repay, and it's something that I guess in a way I don't need to repay in so many like concrete terms, but I've had the privilege of seeing like my friends flourish in terms of their own confidence and talents and their abilities, and to see like how these people have progressed, you know, it's just like I'm so proud of them. You know, I'm just proud of them, and I'm proud of what they've done, and I'm proud of Tyler, and to know that we're still like making stuff together, and we still have something. And now he has something that has his name on it. You know, it's not just him helping me with my stuff. It's us working together on something that we share. Like that's what really makes all this very, very special. Like that's what makes making things on YouTube or wherever very special to me, because like I'm just extremely fortunate to be able to do what I do. And I know that there are people that are more talented than me. There are people that know more, especially in like different fields, like with Tyler in sports. His level of knowledge compared to my own is orders of magnitude more. I mean, anything would be when your knowledge is zero, right? But it's just like, I love seeing how far my friends have come in terms of their own ability. You know, Bob has always been one of the funniest people like I've ever met. He is just, and you would all agree, he is just the funniest guy, you know. And but to see him like go from just, you know, like being a hilarious friend to pretty much carrying a podcast. Actually, no, I can't even say that, because Wade as well. Just like so fucking funny, and just his insanity, but his witty insanity is crazy to me. It's like, just to see where they've come, you know, it's just like, it's beautiful. I love him, and I'm so proud of him, and I'm just so happy. And Ethan too, you know, Ethan, like he's always been talented, and he's always been insane, but just like doing Unis Honest with him, like seeing him grow as a creator and stuff like that, and you know, it's just like, it's beautiful. I love seeing it. And other YouTubers that I've met over the years, just, and what's fascinating about that, and what's universal, and kind of like the fundamental thing behind seeing this, is everyone has something. Everyone does. And if they don't know it yet, they just haven't had the chance to nurture that side of it. Everyone is creative. I believe humans in general are very creative. We are all creative. We all have the power to create. We all have like this spark inside of us. And it's just like some of us just don't get the chance to really nurture that and stoke the fire of creativity inside of us. And so I've been very lucky that I've had the chance to do it. I made the chance for myself. And, it wasn't that anyone needed to hand it to me or hand it to my friends or anything like that, but like everyone has it. And if you don't have the situation where someone can help you nurture it, like you really got to dive into yourself and find the willpower to push for it. And it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm coming up on my 10-year anniversary of doing YouTube. And 10 years of doing YouTube is a long time to do anything, but also in the grand scheme of my life, it's not that long. And, going from the first video that I made to where I am right now, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of what I've done, and I'm proud of where I've come. And, I'm proud of where I've come. That's not what I meant to say. That doesn't make any sense at all. I'm proud of where I've come from. That's more accurate. God, I haven't gotten any better since I started this. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about 10 years later. But I'm just very excited that I'm at a point where I've been doing this for 10 years, and yet I still have this drive to make things. What I make kind of like evolves, but also a lot of what I make hasn't really changed. I'm still doing Let's Plays, and I try to elevate it here and there, and that varies depending on how much time I have working on these other things. But also, it's just like, I don't know. It's really cool. I've always been very self-reflective. I hesitate to say that I'm nostalgic. But I do look back on where I've come from. And I talk about this a lot, where people are very self-critical about the things that I've made in the past, they've made in the past. I am not that way. I'm really not. I look back at like the earliest sketch that I've done, and the fall of Slenderman, the first appearance of Wharfstash. And I can look back at that, and I can, from a technical perspective, say that there's an incredible number of things wrong with that video. And there's an incredible number of things that I would have done differently had I known. But at the same time, I'm still proud of that. I'm still very proud of the videos that I made when I first started, just as much as I'm proud of the things that I'm making now. And I think that's an important perspective for anyone that's creative, is the things that you made when you first started out are not bad. They are going to be bad. And there's a distinction there. I'm using the same word, but you have to understand. They're not bad. They're just the best that you could do at that time. So long as you did the best that you could do, they're not bad in context. They're bad in retrospect, technically, but I put everything into that. I put everything into the videos that I make from them. I don't put everything into every video I make, but when I make something that I really want to do on, I push myself to the absolute limit of what I can do, and I do that every time. And in 10 years from now, I might, if I'm still alive, 10 years from now, I might look back on space and be like, wow, I could have done so many different things. And even now, doing the sound stage, like, I wish I had done this, I wish I had done that. But that doesn't matter. It's not regrets. It's just things you'll take into the future. It's just lessons. That's it. That's all it's about, Happy birthday. Thank you. It is my birthday. Hey, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you being here celebrating my birthday. Woo, big birthday that it is. And given that it is my birthday, I have a small request. It's my birthday present from you to me. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Hey, because it's my birthday, go down that description, check out the link to Go, my favorite sports team. It's a podcast with Tyler. It's totally free. It would mean a lot for me on my birthday, which it definitely is, if you listen to that. It would mean the world to me. It's totally free. Hey, thank you. It's your birthday present from you to me, and I appreciate that. I give appreciation from me to you. Thank you. Man. June? I don't know that word. I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, it's my birthday. Even if it sounds too expensive to listen to that free podcast through the link in the description below. It's my birthday. Come on, aren't I worth it? Aren't I worth it? I think I'm a little worth it. I think I'm just a little worth it, you know? I'm a little worth it. Come on. Yeah. All right, anyway. That's all for now. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this Nothing Strange Happening Here stream. I think we talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. Links are in the description if you want to check them out. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you do listen, definitely let Tyler know what you thought, because he would appreciate that, and I would appreciate that. And also definitely check out the animation from Shmoyoho. Actually, I'm going to look right now. I'm looking for comments. Looking for comments. Okay. All right. Gloria. Yeah, that's good. Brian Jones. Yeah. Monkey. Random. Okay. All right. Asher. Amelia. This is great. This is good. You guys are checking it out. You guys are doing it. But there could be more. Could be more. I could have read your name just now, but you did you go leave a comment on that? Did you go listen to the podcast? Could have been. No, I appreciate it. But definitely check that out because they put in a ton of work into that. Leave a like on it. It's fantastic. Oh! I apologize. But there's only been about 4,000 new likes since last I mentioned that. Go to link in the description. Check it out. Don't wait. You can do it. It'll take a little bit of time. It's a 3-minute video. It's a 4-minute video. It's a 4-minute fully animated music video that you will love. 4 minutes. Go check it out. Link in the description. Do it right now. And then the link just below that. Podcast. Go! My favorite sports team with Tyler. Check it out. Don't wait. It's my birthday. You wouldn't want to disappoint me on my birthday, didn't you? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Look at this face. You wouldn't want to disappoint this face. Okay, I'm going to go. All right, bye. Farewell. Have a good day.